So what I want to do is I teach you this exercise that is incredible, not only for helping with shoulder pain, but also with frozen shoulders and maintaining shoulder health. So in other words, improving your shoulders, especially if you've got poor posture or you're a swimmer or you do throwing like a pitcher, these sorts of things. They are really great for maintaining shoulder health and helping with any shoulder problem, virtually any shoulder problems. Do not do these if you've had frequent dislocations, got lots of instability, severe osteoporosis, or you just have really failing health, okay? But otherwise, and I want to teach you why this is so important. Now, we know that the most common shoulder problem for shoulder pain is shoulder impingement. So, the person goes up and goes, oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, they can feel that, because what we've got here is it's called subacromial. So you've got your acromium, which is this bony bump here, right? Underneath, when the humerus goes like this, if it's impinging, what happens, there's not enough space under the acromion. So it goes bang. So like this, it's crushing under there. And the most common rotator cuff tendon that's affected, like 95% of the time, is the supraspinatus, which does this motion, okay? So the supraspinatus goes underneath the acromion, and if there's not enough space, it will get jammed underneath. If you do this enough, it get irritated and become tendonitis, supraspinatus tendonitis. Do it more, you can get the bursa affected, that's right between that and the acromion. Everything gets squeezed. So bursitis, tendonitis, and do that enough, and you can then get tears, rotator cuff tears. Now, even if you've been diagnosed with rotator cuff tears, as long as you can take your arm up to the horizon, then you can do this hanging exercise, okay? So this has helped tens of thousands of people. Now, we used to think that this was not a good idea to do when we were taught with massage therapy, because overhead activities will aggravate it. However, with hanging, with gravity, we used to think that the supraspinatus would go and get crunched underneath it. If you did that, it would be continually tearing. That's not true, because through CAT scans, we found out that if that's a supraspinatus tendon, it goes actually underneath it, and it won't, through hanging, it won't, there's enough space. So what we're doing is virtually what they do for subacromial impingements when they do surgery, called an acromioplasty, which is grind off some of the acromion to give it more space. Through the actual effect of hanging, we are creating more space. We are stretching the space out. We're going to actually reshape that acromion, and the ligaments that are around it that continually shrink, especially with poor posture, they get stretched. So we're going to stretch that. These are great for frozen shoulder as well. As long as a person can get their arm above horizontal, they can start doing the hanging exercises. And you want to start with a hanging exercise from anything, from a bar, at the gym, at your YMCA, in the park, the monkey bars, and the hands need to be forward, okay? That's really important, because what we're going to do is stretch out the capsule, the ligament, so adhesive capsulitis, which is frozen shoulder. So it can be all of these. Now, you need to know that these more than likely will hurt when you first start doing them. That is fine. That is absolutely normal, okay? And these were devised by a guy called Dr. John Kirsch, who's an orthopedic surgeon, and he's done CAT scans, and it shows that the effects of people, even if they were scheduled for surgery, didn't need to have surgery. And this is whether you got bursitis, tendonitis, rotator cuff tears, or all three, frozen shoulder. Okay, you can start doing hanging. So you want to start with that, hands up, and the only muscles are the ones that grip, okay? The only ones that you're virtually using, because you don't want to be tight through the shoulders. You want to literally just hang like a pendulum. So I'll show you what to do, so you know how to do it. And you want to, as I say, find a bar anywhere. You don't want to be jumping up to the bar. So I'm going to show you how to do this hanging exercise, and you can do this on a daily basis, and you can do it for, up to say 10 minutes with the rest time. So you do it for a few seconds, as I'll explain, until you start to tire out. You can take 30 seconds to a minute off, and then do it again, and do several repetitions of this, okay? So this hanging exercise is really incredible. Okay, so you can see here that I've got them mounted up on the wall there. Now, you could also use like these sorts of handles that you get and hook them up onto something. I've got two handles of this thing here. So you could also do that and hang from those. But as I say, anywhere like a YMCA, your gymnasium, anywhere you've got a bar, a park that has the monkey bars, So you can see a closer look there, just to show you my setup there. Now, because it was up high, because the wall's up high, I've got a ladder. You do not want to be having the person jump up to it. So that's why you want to step up and then gently. So I'm going up to the bar here. I'll show you different angles. But you can see how I'm using partial body weight. So I'm just dropping my weight down there and I'm hanging using partial body weight. So give you another look here. You see here, hands forward. Doesn't matter where you're going to put them on the bar, but forward. And you see there, and I'm straight, and the only muscular energy is the grip. That's all there is, not the shoulders. And make sure you see how my head's in good alignment. Make sure you don't push your head forward, and teach your clients that. So you do that for as long as you can, you take a rest. So I'm having a nice rest here. When you're ready to go, whether it's 30 seconds or a minute, and here we go again. And that's what you instruct your clients. Now I'm doing full weight because I can, because I've been doing this for a long time. And you can see that swinging pendulum. That's absolutely fine. Just remind your clients that there might be some pain. It's quite normal, but you're not damaging the joint or the soft tissues or re-tearing anything, okay? So you see that, and I have another rest. So you can see I'm getting up on the steps. It's just because it was just a high wall. I didn't have anything else that I could use, and I wanted to have it in the air conditioning. So you can see that. So in a garage, a beam, a tree, anything that you can get the client to hang from. So partially hanging first until they get enough grip strength to be able to using full body weight. Okay, and that might take days, weeks, months, depending on the person. If they can go straight to full, then great, get them straight on a full. So you can see that. Legs are off the ground, hanging for as long as I can, and then I will have a break for a minute or so, and that's what you want to get to the clients, and just continue repeating that. Okay, so here's another look. Hands forward, holding on, and gripping there. And that's it. That's how simple and powerful this is. Well, please don't forget to like my video if you liked it, and subscribe if you would like to. If you want to learn more about my courses, you can go to my website, markperrenjones.com.